We going live. Yeah, I think this was the week we've been waiting for a really long time now. Good evening, everybody.
I think I found it. Okay, we're good.
You got what you need?
Yes. Oh,
right.
Man, it feels good to be back. You see, I was following this map, but it's really not much help, so. I found my way home, though. I found my way home. That's good. The king has returned. And,
Yay.
What's up? We talked about some sports. How about that?
Yeah, we're going to talk some sports, definitely. Some good stuff happening. Don't forget to look at the camera.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm going to do that.
So this is a big week. I think we've been building to this week the whole season, hoping that certain teams will get there, and they have, which is really great. So, again, this is the Assist Sports Podcast, coming to you from the Captain's Quarters in Dallas, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And we're going to enjoy some Thursday night football here in a little while, so we figure we'd get on a little bit early and just kind of take a rundown of a few things here. And on the line, as always, our faithful companion in picks and other tomfoolery, Jason McManus. Say hello, Jay.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to
Hence
Captain's Quarters and the den in the McDen.
The McDen. Very good. Very good.
You say McDen because you're out of shape? Because I just heard you run about 2 minutes ago.
Oh, man,
Yeah, well.
I'm joking, but chill.
I need to get prepared for the podcast.
Hey, if we're being honest, though.
I had to bring in some groceries,
Listen, no. I got this.
If we're being honest, I'm going to be like that probably eventually, too, so.
I got this.
I'm kidding.
I got this because head of HR from our employer has already joined the podcast this evening and checked in. Jay,
nice.
The way you're huffing and puffing, you better get your benefits picked quick, buddy.
Well, they're declined. Sorry, RC.
I forgot about that. Get them picked. So first off, I don't think we even really have to do a number one this week because our starting five. I don't know if we even have to do it. There's so many things going on.
We definitely got a loaded question at the end too. I'll tell you.
Does it have anything to do with cold weather and football games?
Kind of.
I was gonna run with that first. At least, how bad do you think the cold weather affects those guys playing out there? We've seen it 2 weekends in a row.
Well, if we're talking about, well, there's different levels. I mean, in different levels of play. So it depends on what you're talking about. High school football, college football, and NFL are completely different when it comes down to. I mean, essentially, it's all the same thing. But in the NFL, let's start with that first because I feel like we should probably start big people first. I mean, they got their warmers. They're always on the bench with these heated everything. They get out there, and don't get me wrong, it's freezing cold. I mean, New England and Denver and it's cold. All right, it's cold, but they get warmer. And in college, some of them they can afford some of it. Like big schools can afford some of that warming and whatever. But high school, we learned about this as we will probably get into when we get into our main event here. That it affects them,
Yeah, I think it does.
It does. Hands hurt real bad.
Yes,
even
definitely.
with gloves on, and the ball gets really hard, and ugh.
We'll see. We'll see. Well, we'll see again tomorrow night. Although they're not going to be as bad as maybe last weekend was or weekend before, but still going to be cold.
It's going to be bad. Delaware playing Stony Brook, and apparently it's going to get really cold up in Delaware.
Yeah, so. It could very well be. Although that's Saturday, and it should get warmer by then. It's supposed to start warming up a bit tomorrow. It's still going to get cold tomorrow night. So if you're going to a game, bundle up. Don't stay home because it's cold. Bundle up, go to a game. You'll kick yourself later if you miss. Let's do NFL quick picks. The starting five, number 2. Let's do it. Steelers and the Browns.
Oh, that's tonight.
Yeah, it's in, it says 8:20. That's in, about 50 minutes. let's get this done so we can watch. What do you think, Steelers?
Yeah,
I
I'm
got
gonna go with the Steelers.
I got the Steelers too. Jason thinks it's a trap game, but hey, he's not picking, so that's okay. Falcons at the Panthers. I've got the Panthers, man. Even though the Falcons got a nice big win over the Saints, I got the Panthers.
I could see the Panthers winning this game because the Falcons really aren't that great, and
they're not.
I'm just gonna choose the
dude. They're 2-7, even with that big win last week.
Yeah, right.
Bills at the Dolphins. Yeah, Bills.
The Bills.
Okay.
Yeah, the Bills.
So, Cowboys at the Lions. Cowboys, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's without really saying much. Broncos at the Vikings. I got the Vikings.
I feel like this is a trap game, but at the same time, I'm just going to go with the Vikings primarily.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Vikings too. They're at home, and they're 7-3. They're playing pretty good right now. Jaguars and Dalvin Cook, dude. Dalvin Cook. Either roll. Jaguars at the Colts. That's a good game. I have the Colts at home only because they're at home. What do you got?
The Colts, because the Jaguars have not been able to overcome any of the pressure that they've been shown this season.
True. Saints at the Buccaneers. I'm calling for the Saints to win big in this one, come back from a loss.
Yeah, no. Please, Michael Thomas, whatever you do, have a big game because I need you to I need to beat Ethan in fantasy. So
there you go.
Please.
Jets at the Redskins. Boy, talk about your poor games. I do have the Jets though. For a win at the Giants with the Giants last week, I have the Jets.
The Jets for sure.
The Redskins are just a train wreck. Texans at the Ravens. I've got the Ravens. I don't see anything much stopping them. Although Texans are 6-3, I've got the Ravens at home. Who do you got?
This pains me to say it, but the Ravens look really good right now.
They do.
I think the Ravens are going to win this game.
Cardinals at the 49ers. 49ers. With their first loss of the year in overtime.
Yeah, it's an overtime game. It showed that they can play 4 quarters without losing it. I think they bounce back.
I agree.
Jimmy G doing what we got to do.
49ers. Tom D will be happy. Bengals at the Raiders.
The Raiders of this one, because the Bengals are
horrible. Yeah,
horrible.
They're the Raiders.
They might actually get the first pick because the Dolphins have won.
Oh, I think they're going to get the first pick.
Dolphins won twice, right?
Dolphins.
I think they won twice.
Have 2 wins, yeah.
Yeah. They beat the Jets and they beat whoever they played last week.
Yeah, whatever. They're still terrible.
So they're
Patriots at the Eagles.
Oh, now okay, all right. I want to say something about this game real quick. The annoying people in our state that always sing "Fly Eagles Fly" at my school and are so annoying, and primarily people that I see 2 days in a week that are really annoying about the Eagles. Yeah, you better not say anything this week because the Patriots are going to win this game.
Yeah,
I'm going to laugh, okay, and y'all ain't going to say nothing.
All right, I've got the Patriots too. It's going to be cry Eagles cry this week. Bears at the Rams. I like the Rams.
No, all right, now listen. I got the Bears in this one primarily because the Rams they're banged up. They didn't look. Jared Goff is not himself.
No, he doesn't look very good.
He's my favorite. He's been my favorite since he joined the league, but he's not what I used to be. He's not playing well right now.
All right. Well, I've got the Rams. Sorry, Zach. And then finally, the Chiefs at the Chargers. Gosh, the Chargers are just so disappointing this year. I got the Chiefs.
Exactly, and that's exactly why I have the Chiefs, because the Chargers just haven't been able to capitalize on the talent that they have on the field.
Yep, very good. Okay, so we are going to put the phone down here for Jason to join us. We're going to do quickly. We've got 4 top 25 college games to pick this week. We got number 4, Georgia, and number 12, Auburn. Jason, you want to start with that one?
Yeah, like the song says, I got Georgia on my mind.
Yep, I agree.
So I think the Bulldogs are going to be barking it up nice and loud this weekend. I got the Bulldogs winning this game. It's going to be a close, fun game to watch, though. These SEC games at the end of the year, they tend to be a lot of fun. So I'm going the Bulldogs 24-20.
Yeah. I've got Georgia by 6. I just think they're too good. Regardless of what's happened to them this year so far, I like Georgia over Auburn by 6. What do you got, EJ?
Georgia is. They could be doing way better, but they could be also doing way worse. So, like, Georgia's one of those. There's an interesting team this year, especially when it comes down to like football. Like, I like to see them pop up in other sports, but football primarily is what the first thing you think of when you think of Georgia.
Yeah,
because they're good. Fight song is going to be played a lot in this game. Really?
Yes, I think so.
Oh.
I think so.
Oh yeah, Dallas, take notes. We should play Georgia's fight song.
Yeah.
I think Georgia's going to play this. They're going to play this game real rough and tough, and I think Auburn's not going to know what to do after this in the second half. Because the first half, I feel like in this game it's going to be a first half type of thing where Auburn's going to be like, all right, we're going to show them, and then they're going to be like, after the second quarter, they're going to go in the locker room and they're going to be like, wow, this is harder than we thought, and Georgia's going to run away with it. It's what it usually is when it comes down to it.
So what are you picking?
I'm thinking Georgia.
Okay.
But like 12.
Okay. All right. Number 8, Minnesota, and number 20, Iowa. Two similar teams, both of which should have beaten Penn State. One did, one didn't. Honestly, it's disappointing. Penn State should have won that game, both of them, handily, and didn't win one of them and almost lost the other one. I don't know. You never know what team's going to show up for Iowa. I like Minnesota by a touchdown. Jason, what do you got?
Yeah, I think a lot of people actually, and we all got last week's Penn State game wrong, but I think if Minnesota showed, how they can really play this year, and I think that was their Super Bowl last weekend. And they're going into a tough place to play, Iowa. And, if we remember last year, Tyler Strong, T squared. And I think you're going to feel a part of that in this game. I think you're going to have that Tyler Trent feel to this game. And Iowa always plays well. I'm not sure what time this game is, but if it's that night, I think there's going to have a special impact on this game. If Minnesota comes to play, they're going to win this game.
Yep.
And I think that's what's going to happen. Minnesota's going to win this game to stay undefeated. This is almost like a trap game for Minnesota. If they lose this game, it's going to be a bad loss for them.
Yep.
A real bad loss. But I think they keep this momentum going. Their head coach is amazing. He has a lot of great energy. Heck, I play for Coach Fleck. I just love the guy. I think he's great. I'm glad they extended his contract for several more years. So I got Minnesota winning this one by 13, like 27-14, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be a little closer. Like I said 7 for Minnesota. I just think it'll be close. I don't know that it's a night game, but I'm not 100% sure. EJ, who are you picking?
Once again, big and a very good point. Iowa, we don't know what team what we're running into with them. We saw them when they played Penn State, and they were on and off. It's almost like I didn't even
really low scoring game.
Yeah, very odd. I thought it was going to be like a shootout, like how like back in the day, like the Cowboys and like shoot at each other's feet, and they'd be like really close, and like people would have to jump and move all the bullets. Penn State got lucky on those. That's what that game was, that low scoring game. Penn State got lucky on a few of those because Iowa wasn't able to capitalize, and I think that in this game it's going to be the same story, and I think Minnesota is gonna take this win, and they're gonna run with this now, because this will be a win against Penn State and then a win against Minnesota.
Yeah, well, and I don't think it's gonna matter, because I think if they win here, even if they go undefeated, they're gonna go to the Big Ten championship game and they're gonna get killed by Ohio State. So Brian, there you go, buddy. Seriously, Minnesota, like, enjoy your wins. You're getting killed.
Yep.
Oklahoma, number 10. And number 13, Baylor. Jay?
This is an intriguing game.
It is.
A lot like the Red River rivalry game. Baylor's coming in undefeated.
Yep.
You got Oklahoma playing well and a good team. So this is going to be a really great matchup for the Big 12. Unfortunately for the Big 12, their representative Baylor gets beat this weekend.
Yep.
All I'm going to say is, Arby, you want to repeat after me? Boomer! Sooner! So I think the Sooners are gonna come away quite easily in this game. It's gonna be a high scoring game, but
Yeah.
I'm predicting Oklahoma's gonna win this game by like 16, 17 points.
Yeah, I got Oklahoma by 14. I agree with you. Baylor, undefeated, but not really, not impressing me as much as Oklahoma. Sorry. So I got them by 14. EJ.
Baylor, I believe they're undefeated. Am I right?
They are.
They are undefeated.
Yep.
They are, yep.
Yep.
And going off of that, I'm not saying that they're going to go in there and like win, because like let's be straight, okay? Oklahoma, they're a football school. They're a football school.
Yeah, they are.
Whatever way you want to look at it, you want to look at it from the side, the top, the bottom, from E equals MC squared, whatever the heck you are. Look at it any way you want, and Oklahoma is a football school. I'll tell you, this is a game that I think that people expect Oklahoma to win, but I don't think they expect Oklahoma to win by a big margin, but I have them winning by a big margin. I've got Oklahoma by like 24.
Wow. Yeah.
Baylor's not going to hold it together. Just
Okay.
watch. They're going to break under
All
pressure.
right. Last game of the week. Number 23 Navy and number 16 Notre Dame. And I'm just going to go out on a limb right here. I'm calling an upset. Navy's winning this game. They're going to win it by 3. They're a tough team to play because of the style of play that they have. They're playing well again this year. And I'm sorry. I like them. Notre Dame, sorry. I think they're going to win. I just feel it in my gut. I like Navy in this game. EJ, what do you got?
Apparently, I'm not the only one that thought Navy was going to win this game. I watched Notre Dame play Virginia Tech. It wasn't last week, the week before, 2 weeks ago. And I'll tell you, they didn't play much better the week after. But they were on the goal line at a specific time in the game. They were on like the goal line, the 1, the 2, and they blew it. They blew it. Honestly, they had a chance to score and go up at halftime. They won the game against Virginia Tech. They came all the way back and tied the game or whatever. But they were on the goal line, and they had a 1st and goal, and they didn't score. They didn't score on the 2. Now, this has been a repeated action, okay? Last week, 2 weeks ago when they played Virginia Tech, they played the same thing last week, and I think that it's going to be the same thing against Navy, and I think Navy's going to get this W because, let's just be honest, okay? Navy's coming in ready to play. Notre Dame's in it for the money and fame.
Jay, you said this is Navy's Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, exactly. This is Navy's Super Bowl. Navy's coming in here trying to get a W. They're not trying to come in here and be like, wow, look how cool we are. We're playing a cool school. That's neat.
Yeah.
We're in it for a lot of money.
Well,
it's like
I don't think you're too far off. Navy is a weird team to play because of the style of offense. They're deceptive with the ball. There are a lot of things they do. And they're a service academy, so I'm always going to pull for them. However, I just think Navy's going to win it too, and I think you've got them.
I got Navy. This is going to be a stunner. Navy by 3.
Jay, what do you got?
Well, my brothers, Jared and EJ, I have to tell you, we all know this, that we got a friend in Jesus. And Notre Dame is going to score a lot of touchdown Jesuses this weekend. And
wow,
he's going to be on their side. And Navy is coming in strong. They're one of the better teams this year, and one of the better teams that Notre Dame has played this year. A lot better team than the Navy teams in the past. They are tough to play, but Notre Dame has way too many weapons and too much speed, and we all know that speed kills. It's touchdown Jesus all the way. Notre Dame by 20 points in this winning. They put the pedal to the metal, and they get the job done at home. And I will say, Notre Dame, you've got it wrong this week. You lost your consecutive sellouts of over 250 games in a row because all you had to do is reach out to your community.
Yep.
and reach out to the different servicemen and Navy men in that area and fill those stands and respect the servicemen and women of this great country and nation of ours. And it's a shame. I almost want to pick against Notre Dame because of that, but you got it wrong this weekend.
Yeah.
But the town's going to speak on the field. It's going to be played between the hashes. Notre Dame's going to win. Touchdown, Jesus. Touchdown, Jesus. Touchdown, Jesus.
Jesus doesn't score touchdowns. And I like Navy. And that's that. I think Notre Dame's played very underwhelmingly this year. There you go. They have. That's pretty bad. All right. So now we get to the moment everybody's waiting for. Before we do that, though,
I'm going to use my trusty map and go find the board. So I'll be right back.
So, we've got a little bit of interaction. It's great. No, he's not Jerry the King Lawler. Jason, you need to be able to spell. Like Jason, spell, dude.
I've come back
secondly,
from my voyage.
Secondly, Brian, faithful Brian, my good friend, says Minnesota versus Iowa is a 4 p.m. kickoff. Thank you, my brother.
Thanks, brother.
And Tom says Iowa will beat Minnesota. And Tom, you might very well be right, man. Mm-hmm. You might very well be right. And if Minnesota loses this, it just impresses me even that much more that the Big Ten is very top-heavy. 1 or 2 teams and the rest aren't good. So that's pretty much how it's been for a long time.
All right, let's bring in here.
So let's bring in our high school football picks, and this is a really neat thing we got going on here. We'll want to take this opportunity to point out that both EJ and I in the playoffs have 16 wins. Jason's got 15. Fresh off of that loss last week that he picked Western Wayne. Tough one. But now it's really down to brass tacks. Play that board down. Let's talk about some games.
Yeah,
So we're going to start off. Now, the last 2 games that we're going to pick are the big local games because they're all local teams. But the other 3 are basically have already started into state playoffs because they've already clinched district titles and they're starting into, preliminary rounds of state playoffs and so on and so forth. One of those teams is in their second week of this. That's Lackawanna Trail playing Williams Valley. These are neutral sites. So Lackawanna Trail and Williams Valley. Jason, take it away.
Yeah, so I did a little research on this game, and I hope my research pays off. And Williams Valley has been scoring a lot of points. The games they have lost this year were to much higher classification schools. So I think this is the weekend where we only see a couple Wyoming Valley teams advance. Keyword there, Wyoming Valley teams advance to state playoffs. And I think this is where, we see some teams dropping out, and I think the first one's going to be Lackawanna Trail. I see Williams Valley winning this game 35-27. It's going to be a high-scoring game, but Williams Valley gets the job done, and Lackawanna Trail's great season comes to an end, and Williams Valley walks away with the victory.
I am going to agree with you, and I want to pull for Trail. And listen, Trail, go get them. Just because I'm not picking you to win doesn't mean I'm not pulling for you. We're pulling for you. Would love to see you guys take it all the way this year because you fell just short last year. However, I have to agree with you. Williams Valley puts up some points. I think this is a 10-point victory for Williams Valley at a neutral site, and it's just tough. So sorry to say that, but love to see Trail win it, but I think Williams Valley is winning. EJ, what do you think?
Yeah, no, once again, because I got Trail losing this game doesn't mean I'm not rooting for you guys.
Yes, agreed.
Come on, Lions. Go out there and beat them. I'm willing to take this L. I want you guys to win.
Absolutely.
I got Williams Valley, though, primarily because they're much stronger. They got much stronger competition all year round.
Yeah, it seems like they've had a tougher schedule.
Yeah, Williams Valley's got this game. 13 points for me.
Yeah, Trail's been a little bit inconsistent, and I think that might come back and bite them. That's unfortunate. But, it's too bad. It's too bad. But, I mean,
honestly, though,
I think, Jason, you would agree with us that, yes.
Wouldn't surprise me if we have a a close game like a Northwest Lackawanna Trail beginning of the year.
Oh boy, yeah. Well,
because Lackawanna Trail could come out swinging. We don't know.
You never know.
Sure.
So
You
maybe
never
we got
know.
it completely wrong.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing. So we all go Williams Valley in that one. Next game, I'll take this one first. Dunmore and Bishop McDevitt. Good game. Really good game. Bucks, you're getting the dub this week. I think Dunmore's going to win it. I really do. Now, McDevitt has another stud running back, just like Dunmore does. But I just feel like Dunmore has got the momentum on their side, and I think if there's a time to catch McDevitt, it's now. They're a good team, but I think Dunmore gets it done. I think they get it done this week. I'm going to call it a 4-point win for Dunmore, like a 24-20 or a 34-30 game. That's what I think. I think Dunmore wins this game by 4. EJ, what do you got?
Oh, Dunmore is going to get done no more because their season is over after this. I got Bishop McDevitt winning this game by like 16 because I think Dunmore's not going to be able to keep up with Bishop McDevitt. Just flat out, they're going to get outplayed.
All right, Jason.
Yeah, I agree with EJ. Speed kills. And when you start getting into these state playoffs, you have a lot of these Catholic schools that do well recruiting everywhere but here in the valley.
Yes.
Like these schools are powerhouses and they're quick and they recruit and they get the job done. And I agree with EJ. The buck stops here, and the Dunmore Bucks are done. And it's going to be Bishop McDevitt sprinkling the holy water on the field and winning this game by 3 touchdowns, by 21 points.
I'm gonna have to call for people to post in the comments if they're getting tired of Jason's little epithets and soliloquies and all his colorful language that he uses. Boy, oh boy, it's getting thick. Wow, dude. Wow. Jay, wow. Clean up after yourself, would you? All right. Finally, for me, the easiest game to pick of the week. Delaware Valley and State College. Jason, go ahead. I already know who I'm picking. Go ahead.
Yeah, I do as well. And like I said earlier, most of the teams from this area are not going to advance this weekend, or at least half of them. The Lackawanna Conference is going to say goodbye to 2 teams this weekend.
Yep.
Keith Olsomer's Delaware Valley team, they're going to go up against a really strong State College team.
Yep.
The Little Lions won't be Little Lions this weekend. They'll be Big Lions, and they're going to get the weekend started right by putting a beating on Delaware Valley. And I got State College winning this game by 14. It might be a high-scoring game. Del Val might hang with them for a while, but State College, man, they've really put together a great program out there.
Yep.
And they're going to win this game by 14 points.
They're solid. EJ.
I think Delaware Valley is going to prove everybody wrong. I've got them winning by 1.
Wow.
Delaware Valley by 1.
Okay.
I'm willing to take the L.
This real simple for me. State College by 24. I think State College is going to trash Delaware Valley. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Del Val, you were on fire, but you give up way too many points. You give up way too many points. Sorry. You're going to lose. Okay, the two big ones. The two big ones. Let's start off Scranton Prep at Wyoming area. EJ, go.
Well, wait a minute. What's that I hear in the distance? Oh, it's Wyoming area. They're going down the field again. Was this possibly week 2 or week 3 over and over again? Oh, wait a minute. It's fumbled. Scranton Prep runs it all the way down the field, and they win this game this week. They're beating Wyoming area. You can come at me. I don't care. Scranton Prep's winning this game this week. Nighty-night, Wyoming area, and it serves you right. And I told you how I really feel, so you don't even have to say it.
Yeah, I'll go next. Not a difficult game for me to pick either. Wyoming area by 10. Wyoming area wins it. Sorry, they're too good.
Pecorino was too good.
They've had the opportunity to already see this team and to see some much tougher teams and teams that play consistently, not like Scranton Prep. And I like Scranton Prep. And if Scranton Prep wins, we're pulling for them, and we'll pull. But I'm sorry, Wyoming area is winning this game. They're going to be the District 2 AAA champs after this game.
And they're going to get killed.
I think it's a 24-14 win for Wyoming area. Jason.
Yeah, and something very similar to Jared. The big uglies get the job up front. Get the job done up front for Wyoming area. They're big. They're strong. They're quick on the outside. The Warriors are going to slay the Knights this weekend, and they're going to get the job done. And Wyoming area, good for them. Great program. They're going to move on to states, and hopefully they'll run into some good luck at states. So I'm pulling for the Warriors. I like to see the Warriors do well this weekend.
I hope you didn't just jinx them because you called them the Knights. They're the Cavaliers. So maybe you need to do a little bit. Maybe you need to do. Maybe you need to do a little bit better research when you come on the show.
Depending on the time I can win a conference as a baseball coach.
How dare you even think of them as
call them the Knights?
They're not that garbage. Are you kidding me?
Terrible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna petition Scott to change his team name to the Cavaliers just because you did that. Okay.
I don't see that ever happening.
Here's the Yeah, he won't. Not happening. Here's the game of the week. You want to go first?
You go first.
Okay. Yeah. EJ will go last in this one. Valley View at Dallas. I think about what I was going to say about this game. I think this is going to be a much closer game than the first time. I think Valley View is really fired up and thinks that they are going to come down to our house and beat us. Oh, and I've got proof of it.
And there's a dog on the screen.
Yeah, I know. It's the dog pound, dude. What you think was going to happen?
It's a dog.
I have proof of it. Valley View, for the last 2-3 weeks, has been trash talk. How much better they are than Dallas. Valley View, 37-7 at your field. Don't care how many games you had tough before that or not. I don't care.
Janasa Boone was ransacked literally a second and a half after he snapped the ball.
Janasa Boone
in 70-some%
never knew what was coming the whole night. Okay? I will say this. I'm a bit disappointed in Dallas. We came out very flat last week.
Yeah.
And very much concerning to me. Dallas.
However, that was a much improved Crestwood team.
Much improved Crestwood team. Hats off. Make a bold prediction right now.
Crestwood's going
to be a really tough team next year and the year after. They are really going to be good. You heard it here. They're going to be good. They're going to be good. Definitely. They got something going up there. They've learned a lot.
For sure.
That's a team that's probably grown more than any team during the season I've seen in the last few years. They really, really, really were a much different team. However, Dallas came out very flat. Dallas cannot come out flat in this game. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. Sorry, Dallas got to get it done. And I think here's the thing. I think Dallas deep down remembers what happened twice last year. And I think they know what to expect. And I think Dallas gets this one done 31-24. It's a 7-point win for Dallas. Go get them, Mounts. Go get them. Get that district championship and teach these guys who's boss. Jason, you're up.
All right. Well, like last week, I'm going to go with my new sidekick here, Aubrey. I thought she did a great job last week.
She did do a great job. Better than you.
Yeah, you better watch your butt, Jason, because I'm the owner of this show, so you better watch your butt.
Well, I'm going to put her on the phone, and she's going to give her prediction about this game. So here she is.
Hey, before you start, Aubrey.
Okay.
What I should do is I should get your phone number, and I'll call you and let you make the picks from now on instead of your dad, because I think you do a much better job than he does.
Yeah,
Anyways, love it.
You do less talking about things that don't even matter.
Oh, really? Who does that sound like?
Somebody who likes Penn State.
I know. All right, Aubrey, lay it on us. Let's hear it.
Good evening, everyone. It's Aubrey. I know I got last week's pick wrong, but I promise to redeem it. So there's this movie called Top Gun. Do you remember that movie?
Absolutely.
The pilot's kind of cute.
Maverick.
He had a wingman. What was his name? Cougar, right?
No, Goose.
Well, these Cougars from Valley View will be wingmen in this game. They will be sitting and playing behind Dallas the whole game. My prediction for the game is Dallas 35, Cougars 21.
Beautiful.
And I like that.
Well done. Well
Thank
done. And you're exactly right on Cougar, because Cougar was actually Cougar was the guy that was gonna get chosen to go to Top Gun until he bugged out in that mission right at the beginning of the movie. So you're exactly right. You're exactly right.
Thank you.
Yeah, good work, Aubrey. Way better than Dad.
Yeah.
We'll talk. We'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Okay.
Good pick. Put your dad back. I want to talk to him.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, you
Have
got
a
it.
nice night.
Super terrific pick.
That's good. That was really good. I like that.
She did her good research, guys. She did some work on this.
That was a great pick. That was awesome. That was totally awesome. Do you have any other thoughts on the game?
I believe that, Dallas's defense has set the tempo in every single game that they have played.
That's true.
And defense wins.
Yep, I agree.
And it's gonna win this game too for them as well.
Yeah.
I agree with Aubrey. Maybe a couple points closer, like you, Jared. Maybe 6-7 points.
Yeah.
But it's at Dallas. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You can't win with just one or two players, Valley View. You can't.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
And the amount of trash talking, I mean, come on.
It's bad.
Be respectful. It's high school football. There's no need to trash teams or trash players or trash fans. This is Northeast Pennsylvania. Have some pride about yourselves and for each other. One nation not divided. One nation together will stand.
Yeah.
And it's time that we come together as a country. But anyways, in relation to football, Dallas wins this game, and they move on to states, and well-deserved. And congratulations to the two Dallas players that just committed to Division I schools. Really excited for them.
Yeah.
Read that today. So Delgadio and
Starbuck.
Yeah. There's another one, a lineman or something. Maybe he was from somewhere else, but they committed today. So good.
Dartmouth.
Yes.
Josh Belair.
Yes.
Yeah. Boy, hey, listen, good kid, man.
Yeah. Good.
Really good
stuff,
kid.
Man. So yeah, I got Dallas by 6 or 7 in this one. It's gonna be a good game, much better, like you said, Jerry, much better game than last time.
Yeah.
But again, defense wins, and who knows? It could be a really low-scoring game.
It could be.
Especially if Dallas comes out flat again. I mean, if they come out flat again.
True.
Oof.
True. And listen. All you need to do is come out flat against an opponent someplace. The Berwick game was different. They came with a game plan. They said, we're stopping the run, and they sold out completely to it. Right. And we just were stronger in the end of it, and we're stronger and beat them. We came out flat against Crestwood. There's no question. The game much closer than the score, honestly, and everybody who was at the game would tell you the same thing. So very interesting. EJ, you are up. I know you've been waiting a long time for this one, so let's hear it.
Welcome back to Family Feud. I'm your non-popular host EJ, not Steve Harvey, totally not Steve Harvey. We're back to the lightning round here. All right, name something that makes you laugh. Valley View, defense. Defense. Lenny Kelly says, cute. Lenny Kelly's going to run this ball. I think way more than he did last week.
Yeah.
Because Crestwood sold out, stopped the run. Okay.
They did.
Now let's think about this. Okay.
Which was the right thing to do.
No question.
Exactly.
No,
and you know
no
what?
question.
I applaud him for actually catching on.
Berwick had us beat after 3 quarters. They were beating us. Okay? Because they sold out to stop the run. Other teams know this now. So go ahead.
Yes. But I think that this is going to be a little bit more of a heartfelt thing. Especially for Lenny.
I agree.
Because let's just be honest. Okay. Let's put yourself in Lenny's shoes. Okay. First of all, actually, before we even get to the Lenny thing that I was going to say, if you think Coach Manello doesn't know already that Valley View is going to try their best to stop Lenny, you got another thing coming. Rich, he's got something up his sleeve. I promise you he's got something up his sleeve. He's not going to let Valley View stop the run. He's not going to let him.
Yep, that's right.
Coach Manello's too thrifty for that. I'm sorry. He's too thrifty. I talked to him for like a good 15 minutes the other day. He came into the school. I talked to him for a good 15 minutes. If you think that he's not prepared for them to try and do some cool, we're going to stop the run, whatever, you got another thing coming. So I feel like there's a trick coming, and I think that Lenny's going to still be able to run. But put yourself in Lenny's shoes, okay? Kid was in week 2 of my 8th grade year. He was a freshman, and he started week 2. Think of it's been a long road for Lenny. And he's had a lot, and he broke his leg that same year. Against, do you remember who it was?
No.
It was against Coughlin.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yes, it was against, was it against Coughlin?
I think it was.
Regardless. Oh, no, it was against Hazleton. It was a different team.
Oh, right.
Coughlin was week 1.
Right.
Anyway, it doesn't matter what team. What does matter is this. It's been a long road for that boy. It's been a really long road. Freshman year, he had a chance to do it. He was doing great, and then he broke his leg on crutches. And I'd walk in every day, or I'd walk up the bus pad, and he'd be walking his way up the bus back because he couldn't drive yet. He'd be walking his way up the bus pad to crutches and be like, "Hey, Len, how you doing?" "Oh, I'm doing fine." "You're gonna do good on Friday?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna stand on the sidelines and help people." Because he's a nice kid, okay? And you know what? When I became a freshman, and he was a sophomore, I was terrified, okay? And I started having issues in school because I was a freshman. I was a brand new kid to the entire school. Seniors were too cool. And I went right to Lenny. Lenny stuck by me, and he stuck by me for a while. And I've never had an issue because they knew that Lenny's right there. And I honest to God, guys, you might not know where I'm going, but I'm getting somewhere with this. Lenny, he's one of those kids at my school that has made a name for himself. And in not a bad way either. Kid does a lot. He's a smart kid. He's strong. No one messes with him. Oh my gosh. You got to be high AF to be even trash talking him. Okay, I'm telling you, he looks like nothing, and then you get like really close, and then you get like close to him, and you can actually like get a full view of him. Oh my gosh, dude! I don't know how he packs it all in, but you get real close, and it's like muscular and everything. I'll tell you, man. Getting into football, it's only fitting. Lenny told me once when he was going into a wrestling match, And he's like, I lost to this kid last year.
Mm.
And I was like, well, what are you going to do this year? He's like, I'm going to not lose because I don't like losing. And I'm like, well, you know what? If you don't like losing, then go out there and win. Oh, and he came back. Oh boy, did he ever win. Came in the next day. He's like, I was like, how'd it go? I wonder. And he goes, I wonder if he's still on the mat. So my friends at Valley View up in wonderful or kind of wonderful Blakely, Pennsylvania. When you get on that bus and you come down here to Dallas, you better get your riot shield ready because Lenny's coming. The Lenny train and our good old buddy Michael Starbuck throwing the ball all over the place.
Yeah.
Janasa Boone, good player. Good player. I'm going to be the bigger person, and I'm going to admit that Janasa Boone is a good player.
Oh, absolutely, he's good.
But as Herb
No
Brooks
question.
once said, talent. You don't have enough talent to win on talent alone. You can't rely on one player who's got all the talent. You see, the thing is for our guys, and for Valley View as well, it's going to come down to a time where this is it. That's what seniors are saying right now. Lenny's saying it. Michael's saying it. Luke's saying it. I'm not sure if Luke's playing. To put the record out, Luke's been coming to school. I don't know if he's playing.
All right, we'll leave it at that, though.
But Moransky's saying it. Balesta's saying it. Valera, all of them. Esposito, all of them, you know. And you know what? Last year, we were good last year in football. Would you say we were relatively good last year in football?
We were pretty good last year, yeah.
And Valley View knew they were going to beat us.
Yeah, they were really good.
And during the regular season, came down and wrecked us. And I'm talking like didn't even take out their starters until like the third quarter just to be like.
To be fair, that was a 7-point game at halftime. Dallas came out, got the ball in the third quarter, didn't do anything, but pinned Valley View deep back in their territory. Valley View had that great offensive line and manhandled and marched right down the field. And got about 5 penalties on the same drive, too, but they intimidated a bit. Played a little bit rough, and then they ran away with the game after that.
Now what I'm saying is this. They came down. They didn't pull their starters after being up by like 20-some points. Like in that type of thing, put your secondaries in, you know? And then we got our hopes up because we had beaten all these teams. We beat Berwick in the playoffs and all this stuff. And Valley View beat us again. What do you and guess who was the most hurt on that entire team? I've never seen Lenny quiet. Like flat out just quiet the day after. It was a big day for everyone. And Valley View came ready again, and they beat us last year. A little bit of a history lesson. But Lenny was quiet, okay? And honestly, I couldn't just wrap my hands around it. And so when we went up to Valley View this year, now we're getting into this season. Valley View, they came out confident. But confidence, it's almost like that drink of water you take. You swallow too fast and it goes down the wrong pipe. Choke. You can't stop doing this. And you're pounding away. You hack it up and everything. Because you went too fast and you thought ahead of yourself. And that's what Valley View did. And you know what? All of these hits and all of these everything, if you think Lenny doesn't remember all of it, if you think Michael doesn't remember all of it, if you sure as heck think that Taylor Balesta doesn't remember all of this, I'm telling you right now, if there's one kid that's amped about this game, it's Taylor Balesta. Let me tell you something. Valley View, we're going to look past all the trash talking, all right? for a second, and we're going to look past all the trash talk, and we're going to look past all of the cheap shots in the past 3 games that we played against you. And we're going to say this. You have a shot? Yeah, you do have a shot.
Definitely. It's going to be a close game. Really close.
And I'm sorry to go on forever, but this is my alma mater. I have to talk about them. Yeah, you have a shot. You a good team? Oh, yeah, you are. Oh, my gosh. You're one of the better teams around here. But guess what? Guess who's king of the hill? 37-7. And guess what? Coming to our house. So if you think you're going to grab the face mask and pull or trash talk and rub it in our face how much better you are, better be able to walk the walk because we ready. And the entire Dallas student body, or even people who don't even know a thing about football, will be at this game tomorrow. You bet every penny that you find at the bottom of your car, anything, any penny you find, better bet it that the people from Dallas are going to show up. So we'll see how well you travel.
How many points?
10.
Dallas by 10.
Sorry to go off, but boys, I have to talk to them because these are the kids I see every day. And I gotta let it be known because I'm personally looking past all the trash talking, but there's a lot of people who have seen it that are really not happy.
Yeah, I want to speak to one. To the kid who posted that Dallas was afraid to come back on the field in the second half last year. Are you serious?
No, they weren't.
Really?
No, they weren't.
Really?
They
Seriously now? Come on. Afraid to come back on the field. Whatever.
Here.
We'll see what happens tomorrow night. It's going to be a really good game. Jay, what do you think, man? Right? Good game, yes?
Should be a good game, yeah. It's going to be a good time on the back mountain tomorrow night.
I agree. Are you coming out or no?
Chances are probably not, only because it's a really long day for me. But
No, I understand.
Yep.
I understand. I just wanted to know if I needed to look for you.
Yeah, we'll see.
So we've got the picks there. While you look at those, I want to address a couple people, which is great.
Real quick, we're going to check this
Make
out.
it quick.
So, just a quick reminder, as I'm going to repeat this again. Cool. I got 16 points. My dad's got 16 points. Jay got 15. Now we're going to go over the things that we choose. So you've got this. This is Williams Valley. All 3 of us have them beating Lackawanna Trail. If you look down here, I chose Delaware Valley. I hope I'm right. And State College is my dad and Jason. Cool. Wyoming area, my dad and Jason both have Wyoming area. I have Scranton Prep. Bishop McDevitt, me and Jay. And then Dunmore, my dad. And then all of us have
The Mounts.
These boys beating Valley View. So
Tom says, and I love this when people quote, it's great. Dallas will be the only local team left after this weekend. Very good. Very, very good. And it's possible. And you know what? That's bold. And I like it, Tom. That's a bold statement, and I like when you can go bold. So let me give a shout out to Brian, who is welcome up here anytime. My gosh, Brian, just pick up the phone and call or reach out to me. Just come up. He says, I will be in Lehighton tomorrow night for Bishop McDevitt versus Dunmore. Saturday afternoon, I will be covering District 3 3A Championship between Middletown versus Wyomissing. Guys, Wyomissing is undefeated.
Yeah.
They are a fantastic team. Fantastic. Really, really good.
Do you know the significance of Wyomissing? Do you guys know this?
Go ahead.
What big artist is from Wyomissing High School?
Taylor Swift, right?
That's right. Very good, EJ.
Then Saturday night, I will be in Slatington for District.
Notice how Jared just moved on.
Jay, we're 54 and a half minutes in, dude.
Sorry.
You're
Then
all
s-
right. You're all right.
Then Saturday night, I will be in Slatington for District 11 4A championship between Allentown Central Catholic and Pottsville. That is going to be a great game, too. Brian, I envy you, except you're missing the game tomorrow night. You should come out and see us. Tom says Scranton Prep by 13. That's bold as well. He also says for Dallas and Valley View, go with the better coach. Dallas wins. He says he doubts what we're saying about Crestwood. I'll have to disagree with you, Tom. They look a lot better. And they look like a team that really has adapted and is growing and learning a lot quickly. I think that program has nowhere to go but up.
Agreed.
Mark Youngblood, yeah, dude. Like, I don't know if I voted for Greg. I think I voted for Bregman. Don't be calling me out. I didn't vote for Bregman. Come on, dude. Don't just say that. Maybe Jason didn't. I can't speak for him, but
Michael
here we go.
just.
Tom Stavitsky says Manello is best coach around. Can't disagree with you. There's some other good coaches around too, but he's definitely good. He's done well for us. I thought you guys were Steelers fans, says Mark Youngblood. They're playing now. I'm looking at it right now, and it looks like a guy's getting walked off the field here for the Steelers. So we got an injury here. Steelers didn't do anything on their first drive.
Dog.
Steelers didn't do anything on their first drive. They Connor got stopped a couple times. But this is his first game back after injury. Mark Youngblood, could you imagine if they had social media when we went to school? Guys, listen, I was talking to somebody at work today, and I said, my gosh, internet wasn't even around when I was in school. Wow. Seriously. Let's see here.
I always wonder what it would be like without.
And let's see here. What else we got?
Having
Southern will crush Mount Carmel. Yes, they will.
They
Agreed.
probably will.
Big time.
Probably another shutout.
Yeah, probably another shutout. Maybe a 60-point win this time. Crestwood has ex-Hanover coach McCree, who used to run Wilkes defense, brought his staff to Crestwood. Boom. There you go. Tom, flowing the knowledge out there, buddy. We appreciate it. It enriches the podcast. And on that note,
Yeah.
we are out of here.
Yeah. Make sure you talk to us. Gmail, the Assist Sports Podcast.
No,
Cool.
it's just Assist Sports Podcast at gmail.com. Go to the Facebook page. You can post. Leave us comments on our post. Hey, Hot Stove is happening for baseball. The awards are going on, but it's Hot Stove time. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming on that. High school basketball, high school wrestling are coming up. There's a lot of things going on. We got more hockey coming our way. We got a lot more football because that's certainly not done.
And high school basketball eventually.
Yeah, I said that. So we got a lot of things coming.
It's been a long day.
And go to the YouTube channel as well. Click the subscribe there. You'll get notified every time we post a video. We post everything there. Leave comments there as well. And we'd love to hear from you. Listen, there's not that much high school football left.
Oh, my God.
Get out and see a
Enjoy
game.
it. Enjoy it.
Yeah, Jay, I don't like what the Steelers are doing either in defense either. It's terrible. It's
They
like,
should have had him in the backfield just then, my God.
oh, I know. Like what a terrible. Should have had him before on the play before, and there's Odell
Right, that's
Beckham
what I
with the
mean,
big
yeah.
touchdown for the
Yeah.
Browns. I mean, what do you say, man? Gosh,
Okay, we're going to go scream at the TV. We'll see y'all later.
we are.
Hey, thanks for joining tonight, everyone. Go watch
Enjoy
some high school football.
enjoy some high school football this weekend. There's a lot of good out there. Go see a game. Bye.
See you. Take care, everyone.